It's time for another episode of Free on Steam. It's been a while. So here we go, guys. This is called The Forest Keeper. And look, you can change your weapons, video games. I usually like this style of game. It caught my eye because it was released recently as I'm recording this in March. And like I say, I like How to Survive 2 as an example and the game Dismantle. This is supposed to be a survival type game. I don't know anything else about it. It looks pretty... I was going to say pretty rough. That's harsh. I don't think it looks rough at all. I mean, it's a free game. It's free on Steam. So, let's get rid of this thing. I'm not entirely sure what the premise is here. It just throws you in, guys. So, you boot the game straight in. No menus, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It feels like a free game. And it looks like one. Which is fine. Because it's a free game. Okay. I mean, the gunplay is fine. And it's using the usual keyboard layout to move around here. So, W, D, A, X, etc. And yeah. I don't mind this. I think this is alright. So far. I hope there's more enemy types though. I haven't seen anything else yet. I wasn't expecting those types of enemies. I was expecting, I don't know, bears. Snakes. Crocodiles. So, okay, so let's have a look at, right, there's no map. So I'm pressing M, which is usually a map. There's no inventory. Basically, you've got this. When you press the escape key. And that's it. Very bare bones, as is the case with a lot of these free games. And I have... Okay. Right, I can't do anything. Was that supposed to happen? I'm back. So yeah, I had to exit the desktop. There was no way of getting out of that, basically. It didn't give me like a "you have died" screen or anything like that. This is a bit rough, guys. This is a bit rough. Now, like I said earlier, it was released in March, which was just a week or two ago. We've only just got into April, of course. And maybe they're working on things in the background. I mean, a lot of the time, or some of the time, on Steam, these free games get released in a certain state, and then they're never worked on again. But we will get to the Steam store page, take a look at the other user reviews at some point, and see if there's any developer notes in regards to the timeline, or the roadmap, I should say, when it comes to this game. But it's very, very bare bones, this. And like I say, it is a survival game, or some claim it's a survival game, but I am not seeing survival elements here. I haven't really got any energy or hunger gauge or thirst gauge, all the stuff you get in survival games. And yeah, so far just the one type of enemy type. And it's very, very bare bones. Very bare bones, this is. I quite like the art style, I've got to say. I do like it. But I don't know what I'm doing. No maps. Maybe you got to find a map. No inventory apart from your guns and a flashlight. So I'm assuming we're going to get day and night cycles. Maybe there's no time here, is there? There's no clock. Very minimal. But it's free on Steam. Anyway, let's explore a little bit. I don't know how much I'll play of this because if this is it... Oh, I'm not going to fall down there. Not a chance. We'll have the infinite falling screen thing again. This is it, guys, I think. There's no, from what I can gather, crafting menus, or do we have to, yeah, rhetorical question time. Are we supposed to create a base, a campfire for when night falls? Do we get a nightfall? I can't progress past this invisible wall, so you could do that with the control key. Look at that. Yeah, I'll give it a score out of 5 at the end of the video. We just do that on Free on Steam. It's what we do on this series. Lots of phallic-looking rocks. There's another one. They could have called it phallic-looking rocks, couldn't they, rather than the Forest Keeper. Why is it called the Forest Keeper? Again, rhetorical questions. Hopefully we get to some woodland forestieras. Forestieras? There you go. Jump his spacebar. There's another name for the game. Forestieras. That one's mine. You can't take it, guys, if you're developing your own games. I like that one. That's a good one. Right, this is boring as all hell. I started off quite enjoying this and thought, here we go. This could be something. Because you've got the likes of How to Survive 2, which I think is a very, very good game. I have featured on the channel. It didn't get the best of reviews. I quite like it. Very similar in style to this. It's an invisible wall. Dismantle, which is a very good game. That actually did get some good reviews. Again, very similar in the aesthetic to this. But them games are just vastly, vastly better. Vastly better? Can something be vastly better? It can, can't it? Seeing some weird graphical glitches going on here. Now, it does download from the Steam... I'll try that again. It does download from the Steam store in seconds. So, it's not a big file size. Quite the opposite. I'm bored, guys. I don't like to complain too much with the Free on Steam series. I always feel a little bit cruel doing so because they're free. Free games. I haven't seen any offensive microtransactions or anything. Any messages bombarding me to pay to get better guns or to unlock new clothing items and all the stuff that you will see with some other free games on Steam. But this is... yeah, it's like a demo, isn't it? Maybe it is. Maybe it is an alpha mode. Alpha stage, not alpha mode. Maybe there's a lot of work to be done on this title, but... it's like a mobile game, isn't it, guys? Maybe it is. Maybe it's a mobile game as well. This is crap. And I love survival games. I mean, is that it for the enemies? What are they anyway? Are they devil men? Lots of rhetorical questions in this episode of Free on Steam. Look at this. I think that's enough for me. Let's get to the Steam store page. I want to see what other people are saying about this now. What am I missing here? I'm intrigued. Here we go. It's the Steam store page for The Forest Keeper. And it says, survive the merciless wastelands of a post-apocalyptic world where every day is a struggle for food, water, and ammo. Okay. Fight mutants and survive as long as possible in this merciless slaughter. Was released 26th of March. Yeah, that was last week, I think. And very positive from 69 reviews. About this game, before you is a bone... I'll try that again. Before you is a boundless scorched wasteland littered with rusty wreckages of a past world. I'm not going to read all this. Be careful, ammo is worth its weight in gold. Enemies give you no mercy. Will you be able to survive in this hell and last at least one more day? Game features stylized graphics, increasing difficulty, and different weapons. Right, the first review is Pete. Pete's not messing around with his username, is he? When he was sitting there thinking of all these usernames he could try, he was like, I'll just call myself Pete. My name is Pete. Anyway, not recommended. Pete's played for 0.2 hours. It's longer than I could last. That's what she said. Anyway, first play fell through the floor. Second play got stuck on an invisible wall. That was me! Right click and your character mangles himself up. There doesn't seem to be a goal to the game or anything to actually do apart from shoot dodgy looking demons. Seems very unfinished and buggy, so for now I don't recommend. I will review again soon to see if it's improved, maybe. Go on, Pete. I like Pete. This person, I'm not going to try and say that name, is recommending this. They've got 2.5 hours on record. I just started the game and the character started throwing up. Very realistic. Hey, I didn't get that. I recommend everyone to go camping. Maybe you'll change your mind. A simulator of dying from the first minute of training and the other 1001 ways not to live until dawn. The storyline is also good. The storyline? Is this a different game that Deez Ting has been playing? This game does have potential, but it's still not the best, like falling through the map. Yeah, we found that out. Enemies not spawning, enemies being stuck, the player being stuck. How can you recommend the game if they're all the issues? So you've got lots of recommended here. Let's end with Dark Raven 66666666666666666's review. A very worthy project, atmospheric, scary and hard. These damn natives. To put it bluntly, if I hadn't watched a few videos before the game, it would have been much harder. I have a friend down, starved to death. He died of a panther, died of an alligator. This person's just taking the mick. Just taking a... Where? Died of a frog. Where's all this stuff? You're just playing with us. You're playing with our emotions there. I'm going to give it a score out of 5. It's absolutely awful. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. Just not worth your time, guys. Not worth your time whatsoever. This video is probably going to be the best thing about the Forest Keeper. And I am biased because I am making this video. Look out for more content coming to the channel. I'll speak to you all soon.